this angry guy has to say Saul. I forgot his name was Saul. Sorry. I was just weirded out by the weird system it has for, like, the autosaves. Anyway, this is your room. If you need anything, you have my freck. Good. I'm glad I have that. Don't be afraid to call me for anything. I'm guessing that means his frequency, his phone number. Thanks for showing me around, Saul. It's nice having a friend on the ship again. Good night. Good night, Saul. Captain Salt. So this is where I'm going to be spending the next few months. I doubt I will be visiting this room much when there is so much work to be done. It is just a tad cramped, but I think I can make a good life here. The crew seems friendly. I doubt my mission is mundane, and I don't have to worry about waking up to giant rats gnawing on my computers. I don't believe they exist. Rodents of unusual size? I don't believe they exist. I glance over at my roommate's bed, but she seems to be fast asleep. The commander said she was Captain Moonfallow. I'll have to introduce myself to her in the morning. It is hard to maneuver around in the darkness, so I relent on unpacking and head to bed. Tomorrow, I get to start my job as the hero. This is going to be perfect. Is it? What's that? Is another bird stuck in the ventilation again? No. As I look around me, I remember that I've been freed from that hellhole. Somebody is banging on my door with a ludicrous amount of force. That doesn't sound like it would be Saul. He said that he was going to meet me here in 20 minutes. He is always punctual, but... Coming! I quickly throw on a fresh uniform and go to open the door. As the door slides open, an angry-looking kitsune... Yes. With bright pink hair tied into twin drills, storms in without so much as a greeting. Where's breakfast? What? You heard me, Faye. I'm not Faye. My mistake. You're not my minion. No, I'm not. Still, you seem like you can make a decent meal. You're my new minion. This is making less and less sense as the moments tick on. I glance at her shoulder and notice the thin stripe of a lieutenant. Suddenly, I'm starting to understand Saul's annoyance. Excuse me, Lieutenant, but I'm hungry, chop chop. I'm a major. You know your ranks, right? Behind me, I can hear the rustling of sheets and a loud pop of someone falling out of bed. I want to turn and investigate, but the uppity lieutenant is looking me over like merchandise. Not much to look at. You've got spirit. I think it'll be acceptable in the ranks of my minions. Lieutenant, barging into a superior officer's room. Do you know who I am? No. I'm Kika Star, daughter of the President of Earth, Julian Star, and the hero of the Xeon. We're on the Nimros. I know that! And I do not care who your father is. Decorum is critical for all crew members. Huh. Then who's going to get me breakfast? I have no idea, but I know who's going to get my breakfast this morning. What? You can't seriously order me to go get your breakfast. I am. Chop chop. That's an unlawful order. Breakfast or paperwork, those are your two options. On second thought, I don't think I want you as a minion. So, you choose paperwork. I might have just arrived on the ship, but I'm rested enough to do some writing. Morning, Kika. I brought breakfast. Finally, someone reasonable. I thought you said you were going to meet me at the lounge. I kind of slept in again. Captain Moonfallow, I presume? Uh-huh. Her glassy blue eyes and constant yawning tell the story of a girl who isn't quite all there this morning. It's nice to meet you. I'm Natalie Puchil, your new roommate. I hope I didn't wake you when I moved in. You moved in? Sorry I didn't help. That's why I have to beat on the door so hard. She doesn't sleep as much as she slips into a coma. It's good to know I won't disturb you when you sleep. Lieutenant Star, was it? Yeah, Lieutenant. You suck. Soon to be captain. I am not such a heavy sleeper. This is your one morning. Faye, did you make the Danish like I asked? Danish? I thought you wanted toast. Whatever, let me see it. Here you go, Major. Puchil, was it? Are you making fun of me? You said breakfast or paperwork. There, all better now. Let's go, Faye. You can make me a Danish. I made today's breakfast. It's your turn. It's still today. They go walking off without paying me any attention. See? She's been that way since I was her upperclassman at the academy. The lieutenant got under my skin, but I don't think you should call her a mutt. No, Moonfallow is the backstabbing mutt. Kika is just a puffed-up house cat. I look at the toast in my hand. No point letting it go to waste. The meeting is in 20 minutes. Are you prepared? It's in 2 hours and 20 minutes. No, I double-checked with Rasuna this morning. Are you saying you haven't even read your orders yet? I jam the toast into my mouth and sprint out of the room and down the hall. I can salvage this. Really, I can. Oh, yeah, don't eat that toast. Oh, look at him. He's like, hello, baby. 20 minutes later, to the second, I'm standing before the assembled crew with a page of hastily scribbled notes and an anxious-looking Saul. Doesn't he know I've got this? There's nothing to be worried about. Everyone is assembled, Major Pucil. You may commence. And time hack at 0800 Fleet Standard Time. Welcome, everyone. I am Major Natalie Pucil. I will be briefing you on the newest mission for the KSS Nimros. The operation will go by the code name Runaway Book. That's a weird. Okay. 3 days ago, an all-points bulletin was issued for a Marakian Institute research team that failed to report in at their designated times. The team is currently considered missing in action. While this would normally not require a response, the final report for Dr. Nimian Sunflower, the team's xenotechnician, suspected that the recovered artifact may hold some importance to modern transportation. Question? How did an ancient civilization manage to make something that we have to worry about? They're old and ancient. Just because they're old doesn't mean they weren't technologically advanced. Then why aren't they still around? There's a lot of reasons. They could have been wiped out in a war, some sort of viral plague, or simply moved on to other parts of the universe. Precisely. Marakia isn't filling us in on the details of what the expedition was supposed to uncover, so we'll be doing a lot of the legwork. They probably just found some old traffic sign, but Command feels it important enough to warrant a follow-up. Odds are we will find them sitting there dumb and happy, but I'm not taking any risks. Investigation work. This wouldn't be the first time, would it, Faye? Nope. Our ground team at any potential site will consist of Major Pucil, Major Hackett, Captain Moonfallow, Lieutenant Zuri, and Colonel Nelson. What? I must agree with Star. The team lineup will not do. How so? Would it not make more sense to keep the doctor here? Should I become incapacitated in the field, I will no longer be able to render life-saving aid. For the sake of those who may be injured in the line of our noble duty, I beseech you to not risk such a valuable asset. You just don't want to risk your neck. I've trained in first aid. I'm a qualified first responder. See, Commander, does our swap not make sense? Lieutenant Starr, your father has given me specific orders to keep you out of harm's way. Unless I can assess that there is no danger, I cannot authorize the swap. But if there isn't an element of danger, what's the point of going on the adventure? Military necessity. But risking a high-ranking officer with valuable training? I dare not believe that. Believe it. Everyone sit down. Continue, Pucil. We are going to the last known location and will attempt to trace a location from there. I don't think we are going to face any dangers, but our current knowledge is limited. Wandering into the unknown always brings a certain level of risk. Flight Officer Miggy, what is the status of our ship and supplies? Everything is working within approved levels except for a few minor comfort things. So the aft bathroom is not going to be fixed for a while, is what you're saying. Supplies aren't as good. We got shorted on a lot of our order. We've got roughly a solid month's worth of food and fuel. Then we'll make do with whatever we have. We will file another report on this to fleet support. I will take care of it. Thanks, Major. I'm not pleased with Command's subpar performances any more than our crews. I don't have double standards for my subordinates compared to my superiors. Thanks, I think. Crew, prepare for jump. Major Pucil, upload your coordinates to the nav station for Lieutenant Starr. Major Hackett, ready our ship. But if you have a complaint, voice it later. I want this ship ready for jump in 5 minutes, and our course is 3. Our course ain't 3. But now, Lieutenant Starr. Do it or I'll shove you out the airlock. Fine, come on. The rude lieutenant grabs my arm and violently yanks me to the position on the far left side. Give them to me. The coordinates. If Saul wants it in 3, I have to do it in 2. I click the transfer button and watch the file pop up on the navigator station. In a heartbeat, Kika has pounced onto the station, her fingers flying like hawks as she manipulates the screen. Why do you have to do it in 2? If he said 3, I'm sure he is fine with 3. Because that's the standard. I'm the best of the best. You don't become the hero by simply doing the bare minimum. And because we do, that's why you are all going to be my minions someday. The best of things are typically done with the worst of intentions. Still, my mission is more likely to succeed with someone who has a drive and motivation. But something bugs me about watching her type and draw so fast. Is the ship navigation virtual intelligence not working? Hard to concentrate when you're blabbing. Just trying to get a better feel for my ship. Whatever, it works just fine, it just suffers the limitations of all VI. Or is it basics? I don't know. They're programmers. Exactly. My methods are faster and have better results. Theirs are paranoid. Wait, you're not flying us into a star, are you? No, but I might be flying us through pirate space. It's not like we are going to stop our shift jump and let them attack us. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. Natalie, over here. Trust is a limited commodity, especially when I feel the best way to describe her is the candle that burns twice as bright burns half as long. Saul is standing by a small chair that looks rather uncomfortable in the back next to Zuri. We're making the jump. It may be a little rough, so strap in and keep your emergency pressurization device under your chair turned on. Isn't there anything I can do? Trust me. I'll make this a smooth one. Just sit back and watch. Yes, sir. I'm not worried about it. Ship accidents making the jump to subspace nowadays are rare. I'm always a little jumpy when we make the jump. You can't do anything to fix a bad jump sitting back here in the baby seats. Why does she have to vocalize my fears? All it would take is one little mistake by the hasty lieutenant or the slip of Saul's hand. We could be dead in a millisecond. I love space travel. The science behind getting a ship into the spaces between space is amazing. That doesn't make it any less dangerous or frightening. Still, I do feel better know that I'm not the only one who is a tad skittish around this. Zuri's alright. So it should be knowing. They just didn't put the ing. How do you cope with it? I'm not scared or anything, just curious. Night-night. Huh? Zuri closes her eyes and snuggles into her restraints. Sleep? How the hell can anyone sleep at a time like this? Between the chaos and noise, there's no chance of sleep. Zuri? Yet, there she goes. That's talent. All crews sound off. Flight safety. Navigation plotted and good to go. Engineering, all green. Non-essential crew are strapped in and secured. Nimrods prepare for jump at your work. Engage jump. Throttle. A2 jump. Under my seat, I can feel the deck shift from a slow, steady vibration shift to a much louder, much more violent rattle. The warp speed generator is beginning its charge. The massive power required to tear a rift in normal space is astronomical. Many of the capacity would suddenly explode, ruining even atoms of the electronic ground. I close my eyes, wishing I could fall asleep like Zuri. No amount of personal gain is felt like the manufacturer's skim inside of highly imported gas systems. The volume finally crescendos and the capacity is charged to the required value. Next comes the part that scares me the most. The power is transferred to a Molino crystal before the ship moves subspace. Molinos serve as the focal point. Without it, the energy used to burn the hose would be useless. The material is rare, designed to relocate themselves, but I doubt we can spare. Stop thinking about everything that could go wrong. If you explode, you won't even have time to feel it. Ship drive stabilized. My ship, my controls. Your ship, your controls. Advance into the void. Moving forward. Stand up. Space travel. I open my eyes to the bright lights of the bridge. I feel groggy and disoriented. Did I manage to fall asleep? The bridge is emptier than when I closed them. I must have blacked out for a little bit. Miracles do happen, I suppose. Good morning! How long was I out? 2 hours. We're still in shift. Ugh. That first shift nap is always the hardest to recover from. Why don't you take a moment to walk around? It always helps me. Can I? Yep, you only have to be buckled up for entry and exit of subspace. It feels like someone beat me with a rubber mallet. I think I'll need to get better sleep tonight, increase my water intake. I think I'll go talk with some of the crew. That should help clear my head. Ooh, who do we want to talk to? Choice? Is this gonna fucking be like Saul's like, what, you don't want to talk to me? I don't want to talk to you because you're annoying. You know what, we'll go talk with Saul. Hey Saul, how did the jump go? Flawlessly. I hope it didn't disrupt your nap. I didn't think I was going to actually fall asleep. I just wanted to close my eyes to drown out the shaking. It's good to catch a nap every now and then. I would catch a nap sometimes on long patrols. Sleeping on the job? 24-hour patrols wear on you. Taking short breaks during subspace shifts help keep you sharp when you shift out into combat. Combat. Scariest thing I've ever gone through in my life was my first dogfight. A Ralton snubby slid in right behind me and had missile lock. Did you think you were going to die? No, I was so focused on the situation that it wasn't until after the mission that I realized how close to death I came. I almost cried. Almost. But not when I was in real danger. Not when I was under the missile lock. It's how I wasn't scared of losing Lena until she was already gone. What happened? I don't have the right to reflect on it anymore. What? Odd words to match a very odd expression on his face as he looks at Alphonse. Anger, unrestrained anger from the depths of hell. Reflection has its time and place. Natalie is your friend, and she wishes to share your burden. Thank you for your permission. What's that about? Nothing. Do not worry about it. Just old friends and their squabbles. We are not friends. Please remove yourself from our conversation. Forgive me for intruding. Stupid frickin'. Always butting in where he isn't wanted. He can still hear you. I know. I'm hoping if I say it enough times, he'll stop doing it. I'd order him to stop, but... We share the same rank. I have seniority, but Saul has the executive position. See? He just keeps butting in when I don't need him talking. What? Are you two an old married couple? No way in hell! We've flown together in rival training fighter squadrons. I was a Black Eagle, and he was a Golden Finch. You flew under the command of the most pretentious man in the history of fighters, which is astounding to fathom. Your squadron leader was a shy, don't say a word, you monster. Forgive me, Shut up and focus on the controls. We're going to be shifting out shortly. Who was his squadron leader? Someone I know? Go sit, Nat. We've got work to do here. I don't care if you are hostile with me, but you shouldn't treat your friend so roughly. Sorry, it was Lena. Could we drop it now and get back to the task at hand? Lena? The redhead who would never stand up for herself was a fighter squadron leader? What the hell happened in fighter training? But, I wonder, we hung out a decent bit. She never struck me as someone who was sharp enough to formulate tactics on the fly. Sharp reflexes, but a dull mind. How many fighter pilots did she kill in a stupid blunder? Is that why she isn't here with Saul anymore? He looks so broken and hurt when he talks about her. I'm sorry, Saul. I didn't mean to bring up bad memories. Bad memories are the story of my life. Don't worry about it. Please sit down. We are shifting out now. As I walk back to my seat, I hear Alphonse quietly whisper to Saul. Were they all that bad? You just told her that your time together was nothing but a bad memory. He did, didn't he? I hadn't considered it that way, but by exclusion, he did imply that. I look at our time at the academy fondly. Does Saul? I did not. Consider your words, or all you will have are bad memories. Next time I'm going to find a co-pilot who isn't a philosopher. I'm trying to help. Then help me with the shift out. Crew, resume your stations, prepare for shift. I barely manage to strap myself in before the violent rattling starts up again. Clutching to the straps, white-knuckled, all I can do is pray that we didn't damage some critical piece of equipment during our shift in. If it didn't take a few thousand years to get from one place to another, I would never take such unreliable transportation. Why can't we have developed wormholes instead? Point to point, all done. When I become fleet tactician, I'm going to devote all of my resources to developing that technology. So much safer and quicker than this. It's okay, Nat. It's okay. Trust the ship. Trust the maintenance. Trust Saul and Alphonse. Okay, maybe life on that mudball had a few perks over being on an adventure. Are you alright? Fine. You don't look... If she said she's fine, she's fine. Oh. Nat, you gotta hang tough. Right, I can do this. After a few more seconds of fear-inducing vibrations, the ship returns to the normal convulsions of space travel. Not smooth, but not so terrifying that I can't focus on anything else. There, I see the world that will be my first investigation site. The planet is unnamed, just some random alphanumeric designator. Nobody would have cared about it if some research team hadn't decided to go digging around. Captain Moonfallow, environmental report. Can I get up yet? Sorry, I hadn't completed my shift-out checklist. You're now cleared up. Thanks. Let's see. Everything checks out. Hospitable for all crew life, though it may be a little too oxygen-rich for Commander Masuna to breathe comfortably. Slightly smaller than Earth, gravitational pull is within 0.00001% of Earth's. The supplied coordinates will put us down in a temperate area. Mid-70s Fahrenheit temperature, grassland, no major life forms of note. I see some smaller ones similar to small mammals in the local area. Aw, I want to bring the heavy weapons today. That's not dangerous. If I have to be afraid of some stray cat, then I have bigger problems in my life. My orders stand. Major Pachil, what are you expecting to find at this site? Truthfully, I have no clue what I'm going to find at the first site. We were always taught that it was the most dangerous part of the investigation. You can only go in with what intel told you. I'm going down there with nothing but me and my wits. Everywhere from now on is going to have much better intelligence, since I should be able to find some sort of clues here. But for now, this mission is operating in the blind. That is not what I like to hear, Major. Really, Natalie? You don't have any better idea? Aw, come on. Life is boring when you don't know when you know everything ahead of time. And a lot shorter. What are you talking about? I'm expecting to find an abandoned camp in the middle of a forest. Then why the whole I have no thinking clue to find bit? Natalie, you were doing your intel monologue out loud again. Why didn't you stop me? Because it was kind of important information. Great, now I look like a fool again. I need to be more careful about that. Lieutenant Suri. Yeah, safety, security, and what was the last S word you're always saying? Swords? She's like, why would you ever criticize your practice of swords? I don't know, I really don't pay attention. I mean, yes, Major, safety, security, and swords. Just fall out. Yes, Commander. Zuri, just don't let us get killed. She's like, I would never. What? Get us killed? Maybe next time, guys. Because this is where we're going to leave it for today. Seriously, though, don't get us killed, because I will stab you with your own sword. Got it? Alright. As long as we're cleared. I like the tail, by the way, and the wings are cool too. Anyway, we're gonna leave it here, guys. Thank you for coming in and watching another episode of Rising Angels Reborn. It's hopefully once we get on the planet it gets a little better. I wish they would stop introducing like 20 characters. Okay, we get it. Saul doesn't like the other races, and there seems to be something going on between him and Alphonse that he hasn't quite talked about. I don't know if there was something going on between Alphonse and Saul's lady, Lena, I think was her name, or I don't know. I guess hopefully we'll figure it out, because he needs to stop being so salty to everybody. We're all gonna die if you don't learn to work together, Saul. Christ. Space Christ. So, I love you guys, and I will see you over at The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt for some more stabbiness. Because that's what that game is. It's just investigating like Sherlock Holmes and then stabbing things in the face. So, yeah. Let's go do more of that. Alright. Love you guys. Bye!